we want to introduce Daniela Dibb, who is really famous already. So I don't really need to do much of an introduction, but she is the Soul Cycle Queen of the Yaletown, Vancouver. But on top of that, she's an actor and a yoga instructor and a dancer. She just did, you have to tell us about the scary TV show that I'm probably never going to watch because it give me nightmares. She just finished a TV series.
Yes, it's called The Haunting of Bly Manor. It's a sequel to The Haunting of Hill House. And it should be coming out around Halloween this year. And we all know we're watching lots of Netflix right now. So good time for that to be coming out.
I hope by Halloween we can also be outside.
Prayers.
And then the other exciting thing you're doing is you're getting married.
I am. I'm meant to be getting married this summer in July. Obviously, as time goes on, we're keeping our eyes out and keeping our hopes up, but also trying to stay like realistic and realize that if it doesn't happen this year, that it's okay. And it might look a little different than we had originally expected, but it'll still be a wonderful day whenever it does get to happen.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're being a little spontaneous?
Well, it's difficult because we can't cancel yet because, vendors wouldn't let us do that. And we don't want to cancel because if by some awesome chance we're allowed to be together again by July, what a better way than celebrating with everyone, getting to celebrate a wedding and celebrate that we're all together again. But we're also just making sure that we're being like realistic and not getting our hopes up too high that it happens this year. It might have to be something we postpone, but a lot of people are postponing things. So we're in the same boat as everybody else. Yeah.
Well, speaking of being hopeful, you are doing these 12 o'clock classes that are live on Instagram. And you not only are giving these incredibly hard workouts, but in between you give out this message that's so inspirational and hopeful and keeps me calm. And because, it's new to me doing an Instagram live workout, you can even send a message and say, I'm doing it, or, say hi to a friend. And when we take a break, everybody does a cheers. And it's just, it's a fun way to work out and feel connected. And you're doing such a good job. And people are logging in from all over the world, right?
Yeah, they are. And what's cool is when I leave it up for 24 hours, most of the time it's worked. Today I had a little technical difficulty and it did not save for me. So I'm going to shoot another one in about 40 minutes here. But it's so awesome that because it's up for 24 hours, then people from all over the world in different time zones can jump in. And it's been a really awesome way of connecting with people. Friends that I, used to go to school with, ballet school, and they are now dancing with professional ballet companies in Europe, will, at 12 o'clock our time, be jumping in and doing the workout. So it's a time that, yes, we are very isolated from each other and there's a lot of separation, but I found that this situation has actually given us a lot of opportunity and a lot of reason to connect. So I think that's been really cool. It's been cool to expand my horizon, expand who I'm interacting with, and just take what I do at Soul and in, classes to a bit of a bigger level or a bigger audience.
And do you get the same infectious energy that you give off when you see so many people logging in?
Totally. That's why I like to come up to the screen quite a bit and just see, because it is like you can, put yourself in that good state and a good state of mind by just being excited. So many people are joining, excited that there are people out there, because I think one of the overwhelming feelings right now, people are feeling like they don't have control, which is true because we cannot control the external circumstances of the world right now. We cannot control what is happening. We can't control the timeline of events like my wedding, etc. People's very important things, their businesses. But what we do control is how we show up, how we show up with other people, and how we choose to respond. So I think that when people are giving like really good positive response, it makes it really easy for me to pour it back in. So that's one way that I'm able to fill up my cup, and another way that I'm able to give back to others is by getting that, like those vibes. And yeah, it is just on a screen right now, which is very different than what I'm used to. But I think that we have to adapt. We have to be resourceful. We have to make adjustments. We have to be willing to just, find the silver lining in all this.
I can't imagine that you're like reclining on a couch in between these moments where you're working out and connecting with people and preparing for your wedding and acting and everything else in your life. But what else are you doing during the day to keep busy?
Well, actually, I live in an apartment downtown Vancouver, and I'm really trying to honor the staying indoors. So my life has been, I went from being incredibly busy, like just, the ultimate schedule of being busy, to I'm now responsible for really filling up my days. And I do honor moments where I just want to rest, or I just need to feel whatever it is that I'm feeling. I think this has been overwhelming for everyone. We're all struggling in our own way. I definitely worry about, my mom's a nurse, so she's still going to the hospital. My dad is a small business owner. He owns an amazing balloon company, and it's, he's unable to really do his job for the most part. He can do drop-offs, but that's it. But he does mainly large-scale events. So, of course, I feel worried for other people. And so my, task is to not fixate on that and to stay busy enough with things that, make me feel good so that I don't dwell. Some of those things include reading, making playlists. I'm always making playlists, downloading new music. I'm figuring out a way to take what I'm doing now on live videos and expanding upon it. So that's something that I'd like to be sort of my next business venture. So I am sorting that. I am still wedding planning. I'm still going forward as though the wedding is happening. And my fiance and I have had some really lovely opportunities to connect. Also, I'm doing a lot of FaceTime video chats. Like we'll do like a bunch of us on the screen. In fact, those like fill up most of my evenings. I'll like an hour chat with one person, and then it goes like, so I still feel, like I said before, as disconnected and isolated as the situation has made us. I think there also is a collective energy and union that has been brought about because everyone's in the same position right now. We're all struggling through the same things. We're all anxious. We're all nervous. So I think everyone really understands each other right now.
So, well, you've indicated your fiance. Who are the other people that you're leaning on for support right now?
Yeah, Dave is a big one. My sister is amazing. My whole family is wonderful. And I've got wonderful friends. We're really lucky. The soul community is built up such, it's a connection that I always say is well beyond the bike, and it's well beyond the physical layer of sweat. It really, when you connect with people the way that we get to at Soul Cycle or in yoga classes, etc., I feel very close with a lot of people that ride with me. So I definitely have some great conversations and great moments with a lot of my good friends.
Paige, one thing that's pretty cool about Daniela is whether it's young or old, I see these, sort of shy teenagers come to Soul Cycle, and they somehow bond and connect with Daniela, and you can just like see their confidence grow by coming to those classes. And I've heard from moms the same thing, that they've seen their kids just like get this level of confidence because she yells out your name and you work extra hard and she connects with you on Instagram. And it's unbelievable. I really commend you for how you connect with every age. And there's one girl who was starting high school, and it's such a brutal time to start high school. And she just built that kid up. She's now like the queen of Soul Cycle.
She's so cute. Yeah, we love Gabby. It's awesome. Soul's such a cool place to connect with everyone, all ages, all levels. and just translating what I learned about connection in person onto online and trying to keep that same hype, same energy, same in your face, I'm with you, I think is what is making those videos, something that you want to stream into and want to connect with.
Mm-hmm.
So, just a point of clarification, your videos that you've been posting, I know you've been doing them every day, and I did watch one day, but are they all, they're all not on the bike, but more of like a core strength training versus?
Absolutely. Nothing's on the bike. It's, I would say it's a fusion between yoga. So I do a little flow at the beginning, and then we do some cardio, and then some crazy abs and booty work. Like, we're going to come out of this quarantined, that's for sure. We're going to feel tight and right and all that good stuff. And then again, it's about the motivational speaking in between. It's about, because, maybe you're not having the best day and you don't feel like going through this crazy workout, but maybe you just want to listen to some like good words, or tune in and just feel like other people are there with you. So I always say it isn't just about the physical sweat. It has to go so much more than burning calories. It has to be something that you want for yourself to grow, to expand, to feel connected, and to feel better, and not just about, the physical changes.
Awesome.
What would you say, Daniela, out of this is going to be your silver lining?
Oh, my silver lining from all of this is going to be, I think, taking the opportunity to expand on what I do. And this has given me a really good moment of reflection of being like, I can do more. I can, reach a bigger audience. Or I think sometimes we get in our routine, which is very easy to do, and we get busy sometimes with things that don't even necessarily matter. So now that everyone's on this giant pause, it doesn't even matter really what industry you're in, unless of course you're a healthcare worker doing essential work, which, thank you so much, you're amazing. But in my line of work right now, which is stay at home and don't do anything, and that's my social responsibility to the world right now, that's a big pause for me. And it's given me a lot of time to actually think and reflect and get excited about taking some next steps that I possibly wouldn't have had I just stayed in my normal routine. So the silver lining for this is that I'm realizing that I'm capable of more. I'm not going to settle or underestimate myself. That's why I made a commitment right away that I was going to do these workouts, because if I'm held accountable by other people, then I hold myself accountable. And accountability truly is what takes you to the next level. I think you can be, you can want something, but there's a difference between wanting something and really wanting something. There's one thing to talk about it, and there's another thing to really do it. So it's just holding me accountable. And I think it'll help take me to the next level. So that's my silver lining in between all this nonsense. And Ozark season 3, that's a great show. That was a silver lining too. Good Netflix show.
I do think people are getting really creative at this time, and people are going to do cool things. And I don't know if you've seen that post about all the different companies that came out of the last sort of recession, WhatsApp and Uber and all these companies that started when there was a pause, and what do we, probably lost their jobs and had to refigure things out. So it's very fun. I mean, who would have thought I'd be on a video interviewing people?
It's really, it's been really cool to see how many people have jumped into figuring something else out. And I don't even think it's necessarily about you have to come out of quarantine with a brand new business and brand new body and brand new you. It's just about giving yourself time to actually maybe focus on what really matters to you. Maybe you were holding on to relationships or friendships that you didn't even really want to. And now that you can't see them, you're like, you know what? I don't necessarily need that person in my life to be happy or fulfilled, or that career really wasn't serving me. I don't miss it, or etc. So I think that it's sparking creativity, and it's sparking opportunity to come back more aligned and more focused. So even, some people I've talked to have been like, I've learned another language and I'm cooking and I'm doing this. And some people are like, I'm sleeping all the time and I'm taking care of myself. And I think both of those things are excellent. Whatever it is you need to do to get through this quarantine intact and feeling good, I say that we do. I don't think we have to be like the busiest we've ever been to be successful or feel fulfilled.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you guys. It was so lovely to talk to you.